And welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. We're going to start from the beginning. We're going to start with cutting the paper. That way you'll have the reference on how to cut the paper. I will put the measurements and everything on my blog. And then that way you'll have that as well. So we're going to start with a 8.5 by 11 piece of Peaceful Pine. And you can see I have my little pattern here that if you're in my clubs, you have a pattern too. And so we're going to start with that. And the first piece I'm going to cut is going to be, I'm going to number issue lately, 5.5 by 4.25. Do I want to cut it this way? Yes. Sometimes it makes a difference on which way you cut it. And then 4.25. I'm going to go that way. And we're going to keep this piece over here. That's our good stack. Okay, now we need two pieces that are 3 3/4 by 4 5/16. 4 5/16 is the little mark just before the 5. It's just that little tiny mark before the 5. And the reason is when you go to close it, this is going to overlap. It's not, you don't want it to, you want it to lay flat. So there's my 4 5/16, and then this is going to be 3 3/4, which is just right here. And we need 2 of those. Okay, now we're going to take those. All of this is scrapped, so we're going to put that aside. We're going to take this and we're going to turn it landscape. So we have the 4 15/16. Did I say 5/16? Oh my goodness, I think I did. It's 4 15/16. And we're going to have that at the top, and we're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. So I like to use this side over here for my measurement, because then it gives me all of this to make it, you know, straight and secure and not hanging off the edge over here for those little measurements. I love that our cutter does that. So I'm going to go at 3/4. And I just score that. I did not go to 3/4 on this. I went to half. But I'm going to go do it again. Oops. Score it, not cut it, because it's not going to show. It's going to go underneath. And then I'm just going to fold that over, and we'll have to get a bone folder to burnish that. That's the one thing I always forget when I get online. And guys, I put a piece of, let me show you this. I put a piece of white paper right here. I just cut a strip that's probably 3/8 of an inch, maybe, I would say. And I glued it onto there, because then I can see those measurements. Look at how much easier those are to see. Let me show you one I haven't done it with. And it just makes it so it's easier to see those measurements. I don't know, maybe it isn't, but it is for me. When I've got it on white, it makes a big difference. So just a tip that I have done, and I love it because it just makes it easier. Anything that makes life easier is good. Okay, let's put that over there. Let's get going on our card. So this is our card base. And now we have these two, which I need a bone folder to burnish those. And we're just going to burnish them on that 3/4 inch line. My paper's moving. I should have taped it down a little bit. But that's something I didn't bring over, was adhesive. Okay, so let's grab a couple of adhesives here. Maybe some blue dots, I don't know. Maybe some dimensionals. Both sizes, small and big. Where's my big one? Let's see, under here. Yep. Okay, now I'm ready to go. Our necessities for creating. I'm going to put a little tape right on the table. Just hold that down so the thing stops moving around. Let's get it positioned in my screen so we can see it right. There's a lag for my tablet, so if I look at my tablet, whoops, where's my tape? Okay, all right, let's get going. So I'm going to put some adhesive on this edge. I'm going to use the glue because if I need to move it. Wake up, glue. I should wake up my glue before I get on here, huh? Okay. So then this is going to get adhered right here on this edge. See if I can do it without sticking my head in the camera. I'm going to use the flatness of the table to make sure that it's adhered right. I have a dimensional stuck to my hand. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing. So these are going on the inside instead of the back of the card because we don't want to see them. And we don't want to see them on the back. And we're going to cover them on the inside. So this is why that little bit of that 1/16 of an inch so that it lay over. Now, yes, it is short here. You could cut one and not cut the other one once you figure out which one is going to lay over top. If that bothers you, it doesn't bother me. Nobody's going to notice that. And if they do, they should come to card class. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this to the front. This is our designer series paper. And this is the one that we get every year that has all the colors, that includes, all of our colors that we carry. And this is the in color one. But we have it in the subtles, the neutrals, all the different colors. It's great. I love it. I'm not a fan of this side, and I think it's just because, you see this edge? I guess if I did something that was really cute that needed that edge, then half of the paper wouldn't have it. Because this is only around the edges. But I kind of like the inside. I mean, I think you could do something with the insides like that and cut off this. So it's kind of like, okay, I think I'm going to have to do something. I think I'm going to have to play with that. And so I'm just going to attach that to there. This is a super simple card, guys. I am going to stamp a greeting inside. And this is from our, what do they call those? Product of the month. This was a product of the month several months ago. And I love it. It's got real big greetings, which I'm not a fan of big greetings, but generally I'm not. But I like this one. It's like pretty good. So I'm just going to stamp off to make sure that it's stamping good for me this morning. This is our new in color pad. I have an extra one of those, it looks like. Okay, and then I'm just going to place that. I want to place it down below so it won't show from the front. And it just fits in. And this is the wrong size. I thought so because it wasn't that close before. So I'm going to grab another piece. This piece is going to be 5 1/4 because that's what it should be, 4. That one was 3 3/4. I cut a stack of 5 by 3 3/4 whites because I use them so often. Stamp this again. And so that's what I did. I grabbed one off of there this morning. And as you can see, this one has got a little more room. Oh, I made a mess. Let's turn it over. That's why paper has 2 sides, right? My H came out funky. There, much better. Okay. So let's just go ahead and put this inside. And because I stamped in the same location and it's going on a dark, if this was going on a white, I would never do that. Because see, you can see through. But because it's going on a dark color, you will never see it. So we can do that. There we are. There is the bulk of our card. So I'm just going to show you. I die cut from the scalloped, what are they called? They're probably retiring or retired. Scallop contour dies. This rectangle, and that's going to go on the front here. So we can put that on. And you just want to put glue on the bottom portion because that's all that you need. It's all very adhering. I could have gone a little higher. Then these cute little shapes here that I've cut out came from Sweet Words and Labels. Now this is coordinating with the Winnie the Pooh set. So it's really cute. It's part of that suite, and it has great ones. So I used these 3 here to cut out. Okay, and we're going to put 2 of them. One of them we're going to stamp. We're going to stamp a greeting that came from, I'm going to have to look this one up. It says, to a marvelous person on their birthday. And so I will have to look up where that came from, and I'll put it in the instructions. So be sure to check the instructions on my blog. I'm going to check that first. It doesn't look real crisp. So I was reaching for that pad. So okay. And I'm getting so that I like the new pads better. I'm getting used to them. They, once they dry out a little bit, they stamp better. And I'm finding that I use this, which is one of our Stampin' Pierce mats. Mine has had piercings and stampings on it. And it's cut in half. This is half the size. And so I do find that I use that more, and I get a really crisp, clear image instead of stamping on glass more so. So, and we're just going to attach those 2 together. And because it's going on the inside, I'm not putting any dimensionals on it. And it's going to go right here. And then this is going to go on the front. Now, I have already stamped this image and colored it, but I wanted to show you a new product that we have, and it's called a shimmer brush. We only have them in the in colors, and so they are only available in that. It's kind of like having a wink of Stella and picking the ink up off of a block, except for it's already done. When you get your shimmer brush, you're going to open it up, and there is a thing on the side here, and you're going to pump this. It says push on it, and you're going to pump it until the ink comes down into your brush. And then you're just going to color with it. And let's see, let's give it a little squeeze. And it does give a wink of Stella look. I can get enough on there. This is blush, so it's going to be really, really light. I didn't want crisp cantaloupe. The crisp cantaloupe is quite a bit darker, and I just wanted that real light. And you probably can't see this because I can't see it. That would be a good reason you can't see it. I don't know. It's but it does work. It has shimmer in it, and so it makes it real pretty. So we're going to attach this to here. And for this, I can use dimensionals. So where did I put them? Right here. So our dimensionals, whether they're big or small, are the same height, which is nice. So I could use the big ones here, put a small one here, and I can probably put a big one here, right in there, because you don't want them to show from the front. But that one, I think, needs a small one right here. So, and they're the same height, so it doesn't matter. It's just how big they are around. Whoa, let's get all those little papers. Oh, no, it's sticking to my finger. Okay. And then we're just going to attach that. How far up did I put that? Let's see. Just like that. And because I use the blush, I am using a retired ribbon. Let's see if I still have it up here. I bet I took it upstairs. Let me just, let me grab another. Let's just do a blush ribbon. I think the blush ribbon is a little bit wide, but we'll do it. Just tie a sweet little bow here. I tied 50 bows last night watching TV. We have the calendar coming out real soon, so I sat and tied bows for one of the pages. And these are our new detailed scissors. They look just the same as our old ones. You wouldn't know. I don't know that. I don't see the difference, except for we had to get a new supplier. So that was why we've changed them. Okay. So we're going to put a bow right across there. Okay. And then we're going to attach this, and I attach this with dimensionals also. So you will find the instructions for this card on my blog at stampwithdeb.com. And I want it to stay up, so I'm just going to put a lot of dimensionals on there. I was taught you just need one or two, but you know, I like my dimensionals. I like it to be popped up when it gets to its destination, wherever that may be. Okay, there we are. I didn't even add any. Oh, I did. I added the little butterflies. So let me grab some little butterflies and we'll put them on there. The butterflies are currently on not available. I do know that. But they'll be back. Don't worry. They're so sweet. They just ran out because we love them so much, right? Okay, let me grab some pinks. We want some of the blush. So let me grab my take your pick tool. I have 5 of those around here all the time, and yet I can never find one, guys. How about you? Same with scissors. Actually, I have scissors on ribbons, tied on ribbons, hanging different locations in my room, just because then they're always available. Okay, so we'll put one here and one here, and the other one is flying over to meet him. All right, there is my project for today. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have any questions or need any information about how I made it, please don't hesitate to contact me. You will find me at stampwithdeb.com. And there you can send me a message, or just when you go into the box that pops up, there's a pop-up there, and you can always type in a message there to me. I have a place there where you can send me a message if you need to do that. Thank you very much for being with me today, and I will see you next Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.